So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. And just the other day, we spoke about an update that's coming to PUBG regarding a motor glider game mode. We talked about the patch notes that recently hit the live server and all of the changes that came with it, but it also ended up coming with some unintended side effects. Some changes were made within this patch that were not really documented in the patch notes and unfortunately became a detriment to players. So we're going to talk about all of that today, as well as an update on the sound improvement that we were supposed to get a while ago. It ended up getting postponed due to some technical complications, and we'll get into that as well. And then we're also going to talk about a brand new Miramar cutscene that we got. So we have a lot to break down today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please make sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, as well as make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We are well on our way to 300,000 subscribers at this point, and every single new one does help, so thank you guys very much. Also, make sure to go ahead and check out my stream over on Twitch. That will be linked down below in the description. If you haven't already followed the channel and you would like to catch my games live, then it'll be over there. But that being said, let's get into it, guys. So first things first, the glider game mode that we leaked about a week ago is already coming to the game. If you go on PUBG right now, you can see that within labs, this is going to be available at the time of me recording this video in about 13 to 14 hours. So it's not actually playable just yet, but it's giving you a heads up onto when this is going to be available. And what's so interesting, I think, is sometimes when we leak stuff, these things can take weeks or even multiple months to get added to the game. But the glider basically got there in an instant, and this is going to be playable for everyone tomorrow. Its implementation is going to be pretty much how I expected, with one big change. Now, this is only going to be playable on Erangel and Miramar, so no Vikendi or Sanhok gliders will be a thing. Now, the way this works is it's standard BR. It's just, you know, the regular game mode on these maps, however, only with 80 players instead of 100. This is probably due to help matchmaking just kind of get games a little bit quicker, so you don't have to quite fill up the lobby entirely, but you still have enough people in the match to enjoy yourself. The description says the gliders have multiple locations around the map. Now, I'm not sure if these are going to be like set spawns, where it's kind of like the esports mode, where these things are locked in place every single match, or they're going to be like general vehicle spawns where they have placeholders where they can be but aren't guaranteed. Either way, these are things that are just going to be simply items you can find and take for yourself if you come across it. And it even gives you a tutorial on how to fly. You have to pick up enough speed and then change the pitch by using like your S key, or basically whatever your back pedal is. Once you're in the air, you would essentially use your regular vehicle controls to fly around and glide, and of course you need to stay away from objects like trees and buildings, that sort of thing. But other than that, it sounds incredibly fun. This will also be the first time ever we've seen a flying aerial vehicle in PUBG that can be player controlled, and honestly, I think if this goes well, we could potentially see this in real public matches. However, that would require there to be a lot of interest around this motor glider game mode and for it to play well. This motor glider does a lot for the sandbox element of the game, and I think it's going to make for some amazing clips and hopefully some very exciting gameplay. So once again, this game mode will be available tomorrow within PUBG Labs, so make sure you're checking back up every once in a while to see if it's ready, and then I suggest you go give it a go. Now, in our last update video, we discussed an update to the blood, which essentially makes it a little bit more realistic, and it had some new effects. Now, what they didn't mention was they were going to be changing the overall effect and color specifically. Many of you guys will notice who've been watching the channel that I have my settings normally on blue blood because it's really easy to see when you tag up enemies. I think it's a lot more clear than the regular blood setting, and honestly, it just kind of looks cool. But unfortunately, in this update, they tweaked the blood color settings, and especially if you're using the colorblind versions, where now the blue one is almost invisible here. I'm going to give you guys a side-by-side of every color, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. All of the blood effects have been tweaked regardless of their color, and the one that I feel like is the best now is this bright cherry red one. This seems to be the only one that's been relatively unaffected, and you can still use to pick off, you know, better than normal blood, which I'm going to show you right here. I've seen a lot of players complaining about this. Many streamers have had problems. At long distances, you can hardly even tell if you've hit someone or not, and especially using the blue blood setting, which I've had on for months, you can see in this demonstration, you can definitely tell it's there, but from far away, and especially in a darker lighting setting, it's virtually impossible to see, and it doesn't get much better with putting Tritanopia on and then running the orange. This one honestly just kind of looks the worst, so I'm not exactly sure if they intended to nerf the color of the blood because they didn't want people being able to see these that easily, but I thought it was fine the way it was. I never saw it as a problem. PUBG actually has acknowledged that players don't like this change, and they say they're actively looking into it and looking for a repair. Now, it's not clear if they're going to change the colors back to the way they were. I doubt they're going to revert the effect patch entirely, but I would maybe expect to see some changes to the overall color and visibility of the blood, just because right now a lot of people people are complaining about it, and I've seen a lot of you guys in my comment section also having problems. If you have any ideas of what you would like the solution to be for the blood patch, let me know down below in the comments. Moving on, we take a look at the sound improvement plan for some of the effects we were going to have. Now, we talked about this months ago, and they've slowly started to roll this patch out with a couple of changes, and especially regarding footsteps. Now, we know they had to revert this patch as it came with way too many issues and some unintended side effects as well. So that one has been taken back to the drawing board, but is still planned to be implemented into the game at some point. But we also have yet to see the gun firing sound improvement as well as the reverb system. So the gun sound improvement is going to be rolling out around early 2020, and the idea originally with this is we're going to be able to choose how we want our weapons to sound, because for example, the M16 has had a couple of different iterations as PUBG's went on. The sound has changed quite a bit, and so they were going to give players the option to select which sound they wanted their weapons to make, which is a very good idea. The problem I see with this is uniformity. So is everyone going to hear the same sound in game based on what you picked, or are there going to be 3 different M16 sounds that you're going to need to remember? This is absolutely a feature that could go very wrong if done incorrectly, so I'm glad they're waiting to work the kinks out of this one before they implement it into the game. And also the reverb system improvement is going to be happening as well. The goal of this is to change the way that your weapon will sound indoor versus outdoor, and depending on the settings and materials that are around you. So for example, your weapon is going to sound dramatically different if you're firing in an open field versus if you're firing inside of, say, the military base in one of those big metal buildings. If implemented correctly, this patch will go a long way to help the game sound a lot more realistic and make more for dynamic gameplay. They say unfortunately they cannot give us an exact date on when these improvements are going to be added in, but they say their goal is to have all the issues worked out by early 2020, which was sort of what I expected. Many of the other sound improvement goals have already been implemented over the past couple months, such as the red zone sound and animations and vehicle sounds, which have all seen a lot of reworks for the better. But of course, a much more complicated system like weapon firing and reverb is going to take much longer to work the bugs out and completely perfect. So this is something you're going to want to look out for early next year. We also got the brand new Miramar cutscene, which I'm going to go ahead and play for you really quick as it's really short, so enjoy.
What do you know about him? What has he told you about his plans?
I know as much as anyone else, really. He's wealthy, connected. Some say his reach is everywhere. And I think you know as well as I do. He gets what he wants.
This is my territory! I get what I want!
Oh, I'm sorry, okay? It just didn't sound like you were being given a choice.
I'm the only choice that matters, and my answer is no. You tell him to stay the hell out of Miramar, unless he wants a war.
So I'm going to be really honest with you here for a second. Now, I really enjoy the fact that they're doing these cutscenes for maps because it helps you get a better grasp on each map and really helps you understand the storyline, enhances your experience greatly if you ask me. I just wouldn't split them up into multiple parts because it seems like, many people who aren't as dedicated and hardcore about this game may not ever see the cutscene itself, or maybe only will see 1 or 2 parts. I feel like releasing the whole thing in its entirety from now on is probably the best way to go. You guys can let me know if you have any opinions on that. I really like the idea in theory of the system to collect these cutscenes, but I think it could be better executed in the future. Whatever they decide to do with more cutscenes, either for Sanhok or Vikendi, I like the idea of the community having to earn these cutscenes, but I would prefer they keep it all into one film. It makes it a lot more organized, easy to understand, and I think the most people are going to see it that way. Now, next up, you may have noticed that at the end of every PUBG match, a survey comes up asking you if you had fun, and this is a relatively recent addition, and for what purpose? It gives you 3 options to tell if you enjoyed yourself during the match. It has like a smiley face, it has a neutral one, and it has a frowning face. Not only that, but there's another survey you can take on the main menu that is sort of a questionnaire that will ask more specific elements of the game. I find it strange the way they're doing these surveys, especially the one after a match where that will just automatically come up. 90% of players don't even answer the survey, and if they do, they're probably just giving troll answers. I don't know exactly what they're looking to get from these surveys. You guys can let me know in the comments if you even bother to take the questionnaire that they provide. I don't think I've ever done it, but I find it curious that they may be basing feedback off of these things, which a very, very small portion of the player base even answers correctly. In my opinion, these surveys alone really shouldn't sway their decision making based on how the game is going to be ran from here, because I just don't think it's a reliable source of feedback. Some of the questions are just asking if you even knew about the basic changes that came with the last patch, so it's trying to make sure that everyone's up to date with the current changes that PUBG is implementing, which is a good idea, but I don't know if they're getting a lot of valuable information out of that. I think we get a lot better information when we have discussions like this as a community, talk about the updates, and then maybe speak about them on Reddit or whatever. You guys discuss it in the comment section. That's all like the raw feedback that they're looking for. These surveys, in my opinion, are just a little bit of a bad idea. I think generally PUBG just wants to understand how we felt about the, couple recent patches, and especially everything within Season 5. I want you guys to let me know down below in the comment section what you thought about Season 5, maybe in comparison to seasons before with Erangel Remastered. Did you think this was somewhat lacking in content? Did you think it was great? Personally, I don't think this was my favorite, content drop of the year. I really preferred Erangel Remastered and everything that came with that, but there were some absolutely amazing changes that did come with Season 5. PUBG Labs may have been the biggest improvement that they brought recently, and this is likely going to change the, direction of the game forever and really help us try out some experimental stuff, which I'm looking forward to. Again, this Motor Glider game mode, which will be available tomorrow. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below on the recent state of the updates, and also, guys, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are brand new, and there will be Motor Glider game mode gameplay on this channel tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to record my first impressions on the game mode tomorrow and give you an honest opinion on whether I think it's good or not, and if it should be implemented into public matches, and I'm unbelievably excited to try this out. But if you guys have any thoughts on this stuff, let me know down below in the comment section, as well if you have any ideas for future improvements and updates they can make. PUBG is all ears and open to suggestions. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, like I said, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are brand new. Also, make sure to go follow me over on Twitch before you leave. Link is down below in the description. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. Have a wonderful holiday. Take it easy, guys. I gotta go, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.